Welcome. Welcome to some yacht rockin' news. Newsmentary. News commentary. Oh, and it's definitely yacht rockin'. If you know what that means, then you know. Just check out the thumbnail, the orca whale. They're yacht rockers. And I don't mean the excellent 80s soft rock that people used to listen to on yachts. I'm assuming they listen to it on yachts. I'm not talking about the Hall & Oates yacht rocking. Although I could be. Welcome. I'm Rob. Hit subscribe and the notification bell. I go live 5 days a week, and today we're going to follow up on yesterday's news. Old Diddy denied bail. Diddy didn't get bail. Didn't. What's up, Curtis? Diddy didn't get bail. No bail for Diddy. He'll be sitting in Manhattan jail. I don't know which precinct he's locked up in, but I imagine he has a floor to himself. Or at least from what I've learned from other prison YouTubers, they say when it's high profile, sometimes they'll shut down an entire floor and give it to that person. What it do? What it Mountain Dew? We're going to talk about a little Diddy and MrBeast sued. Every time I read more news concerning whether it's MrBeast or Diddy, or I'm trying to think who else. This year has been exhausting. I think back to that Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharp. The Club Shay Shay. I think that was the interview on YouTube that exploded. And it happened right either at the end of last year or the beginning of this year. And Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp, he said, just wait, 2024 is going to be the year that everything done in the dark will be brought to the light. MrBeast and Diddy, 2 for 1. Yeah, yesterday was a big news day with Diddy and MrBeast. But I keep thinking about that Cat Williams interview, and I'm like, yo, that dude knew. There's no coincidences. He knew it was about to pop. I don't know if Cat knew about MrBeast, but that's just good collateral. Because the stuff... Oh, and again, I link everything down in the description if you want to read these complaints, these indictments, these lawsuits, all these things, okay? And I also want to address real quick, because this kid, Jacob Nava, came into the chat yesterday and kept popping off saying... There's no allegations about Diddy and underage girls, and I read it again, and I pinned it into yesterday's live link because, Jacob, you were dead wrong. 17-year-old girls being flown from Michigan to New York. So, what's up, Stylin' One? Ooh, I like that name, Stylin' One. Love it. How you doing? Good to have you. Welcome to Yacht Rockin' Newsmentary. That's the live stream. It's yacht rocking for sure. It's going to be rocking Diddy's yacht. It's going to be rocking MrBeast's yacht. All their yachts going to be rocking. So if you like getting your news commentary, newsmentary, please hit subscribe and the notification bell, because I go live 5 days a week, and I would love for you to join me, Stylin' One. You live in Cape Cod? Oh, that is heaven on earth for me. I love Cape Cod. Hyannis, Dennisport. Old, what's it? First Encounter Beach. That is one of my favorite. If you ever come to Cape Cod, go to First Encounter Beach. That is like, when I die, I hope heaven looks like First Encounter Beach in Dennisport now. Yep. If I make it big, I'm moving down to the Cape, Stylin' One. That is just, I don't know. And I've lived in Hawaii, California, Florida. No beach compares to First Encounter. And the dunes and the tides, and oh my God. So we'll get to Diddy and MrBeast in a second, because Stylin' One just got me onto Cape Cod. More BS. What's up, Sunrise? Ben Plays, hello, how are you? If you've never been to Cape Cod, which is in Massachusetts, for those who don't know, when I lived in California, people didn't know what New England was. They were like, that's New York and Pennsylvania. And one guy tried arguing with me. I was like, I lived in New England, man. Please. God damn, the school systems out in America suck. But First Encounter Beach, the tide will go out like, I don't know, a mile. It goes out so far. I didn't even walk to how far the tide went out. and you'll see guys go out there clamming. So they're digging up all the clams and catching clams out there, and it's just the most amazing thing in the world. I'm on the North Shore in Massachusetts. So expensive. I never get to come to go to the beach or work too much. I know that's horrible. My wife's a nurse. She works all the time. This is not how it's supposed to be. There's no American dream anymore. We need to win back the workers' right to enjoy their life, to just go outside and enjoy the beach. No beach compares Kingsley to OG. No beach compares to the middle of the south coast of Newfoundland, Canada. Sandy Cove. Search up Lord's Cove, Sandy Cove, Newfoundland. I will look it up. And I believe you. Listen, I've lived in a lot of places. I've been to a lot of places. The only place I could say that the beaches are as magical is in Cornwall, England. Okay? That's another place that is some mystical, magical, other realmly beaches. We're not just going to talk about beaches, though, so for everybody joining up. But if you like news commentary, newsmentary, with a little side traveling, we go down some, we take some not so talked about paths like great beaches on occasion. Hit subscribe and the notification bell. This is a 15-minute ATV ride for me. Oh, Kingsley to OG. You know it's a good beach if it's a 15-minute ATV ride. That's amazing. That's what I didn't understand about the California beaches. Like, it would be concrete sidewalk beach. And I'd be like, man, on Cape Cod, you got to find parking and then hike like football fields through sand dunes. And by the time you get to the beach, you're exhausted. That's a good beach. Out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, yeah, that's not, I'm going to look that up. Thank you, Kingsley, for the recommendation. So anyone going to Newfoundland, you wouldn't know unless he told you about it. Yeah, those are the good beaches. All right. All right. MrBeast. We're going to get into a little news. So first, I'm just going to mention, because yesterday I did a whole live stream on Diddy, indictment, a lot of charges, and dude got denied bail. I told you I'd follow up yesterday when we discussed more in depth. If you didn't get to watch that one, go watch that one. But Diddy's going to be sitting in jail. Sitting in jail until his trial, which I don't know. They say in America you got the right to a speedy trial, but the way lawyers and courts act, I don't know about that. About time they got him. I mean, once that Cassie video came out of him just doing the unspeakable to her in a hotel room, everything really changed. And you just hoped that a dude like that, a wild animal like that, who would just treat women with absolutely zero regard, would get hemmed up. So it's good to see, man, because he's probably, that's the other good thing about him not getting bail. He would, I have no doubt he would try to intimidate people. He has, remember, he has the money and reach and power where he could, you know, probably try to scare some people into not whatever they need for this trial. So it's good. Yeah, that was the straw. You're right, Kingsley. Because you got to remember, too, before that video dropped, he was saying this is all a money grab. He was claiming he had never done any such thing. And then that video dropped like a goddamn World Star video. I'm surprised nobody remixed that video yelling World Star in the back. No, that'd be highly inappropriate. Again, I'm not CNN. I'm just yacht rocking newsmentary. Hit subscribe if you like a little sarcasm in your news. But once that video dropped, and then he went live and apologized to everybody except for Cassie, and as Doreen said yesterday in the live, he just apologized for getting caught. That's it. But that dude, I hope he has a rough time in jail. Let's just put it like that. The shit he put people through, and what he did to the women in his life, and god damn, like, he had kids. That's the other thing that really affects me. Like, the kids learned from him. You know, they saw his success and probably thought like, oh, that's the recipe to success. You'd be a monster to people. It's horrible. So I don't know, but you know, like, there's prison YouTubers. I talked about it yesterday. Lockdown 23-1, who's a great prison YouTuber. He talks. I haven't checked if he's done any Diddy stories, but he'll probably talk about Diddy getting no bail, getting denied bail, and he'll probably talk about how when he was in prison, you know, they would lock down and clear out entire wings for high-profile people that came through. So I can imagine nobody's getting at Diddy. Nobody's even getting close to talk to that dude. Um, and I'm sure there's quite a few people who would like to have some words with him in a New York jail. Diddy is innocent. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Okay. Let's talk about Mr. Beast. Again, if you're new, please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love having some conversation with y'all, and I love getting beach recommendations. So I know he paid me. Tripical. Tripical. That's a fucking cool name. Tripical. How typical of you. How typical, tripical. Typical. Jesus, that's like an M&M bar. Typical, typical, tripical. Mr. Beast. If you're new, I link everything we talk about. I link Diddy getting denied bail down in the description, and I link the Mr. Beast lawsuit. And the charges in that are heinous too, because remember, Mr. Beast is making a TV show for Amazon. He got $100 million in full creative control. This is what he bragged about, okay? This is in the legal paperwork. Mr. Beast got $100 million to do this show how he wanted to do it, have contestants to try to compete for $5 million. He bragged about it being the largest prize ever. But when you read this, there's a lot of stuff redacted, so you can't actually get like the ins and outs of certain allegations. But the conditions about working for him are heinous. No breaks, constant supervision, no meals, no food and water. When I read no food, inappropriate amounts of food and water, or however they legally wrote it, I went, you got to think about this, okay? Mr. Beast, $100 million man to make this TV show, and he couldn't provide the people in his control, under his power, under his supervision. He couldn't provide them food and water, the basic necessities of life. If that doesn't say everything in the world about Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson's character, I don't know what does. Because if I don't even have $100 million, but I make sure. I'm Holy Mindset TV. What is your channel about? Oh, welcome, Holy Mindset TV. What is that channel about? Sounds cool. This is Yacht Rockin' Newsmentary. News commentary live 5 days a week. So please join, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I talk about news. This is like a live podcast. We talk about news, entertainment, culture, everything and anything, including earlier in the live stream, we were talking about the best beaches in the world, which are in Cape Cod. And there was a claim made for Newfoundland, so we'll check that one out and we'll return. We'll delegate on that, if that's the appropriate word. So thank you for stopping in, Holy Mindset TV. Appreciate you, and I love meeting other creators, so that's cool to hear that you are on here. I wonder what your channel is about. All right, so Mr. Beast, remember that, right? I ain't even got $100 million, and I make sure the people around me got food and water. I make sure before my kids go to school, they got water. They got their water bottles. You gotta have water, that essential to life. And Mr. Beast, $100 million. And I don't want to hear, oh, he was just overseeing. He bragged about creative control, that Amazon let him do everything he wanted. He bragged about the $100 million. It's all in the lawsuit. It's a link down below. There's a Vanity Fair link, and in that, it's the legal paperwork. You can read it. What's up, G-Ma? And Mr. Beast, $100 million. And these allegations are heinous. Again, it's wild to me that the people who have, you got to remember, $100 million is a lot to fathom. Where did that go if people can't even get food and water on your set? I would like to know his expenditures. I would like to know where $100 million went. I'm guessing he probably pocketed a fat sum of it, because remember, the prize money was $5 million. So there's $95 million more dollars that all went to sets, because if you can't get food and water to people, I would like to see what him and his buddies who ran this operation got paid. It's suspect. So I'm really proud of people who are speaking out and calling this out, because the worst thing in the world is when people don't speak out, they condone it because they act like, oh, it's normal, it's just how it should be, and it shouldn't. If you're getting $100 million, people should have food and water. That's in the fucking legal paperwork, that they didn't have enough food and water. That is just, geez, it's like his mom runs his company, and how is his mom not whooping his behind? You know, if I had $100 million kid and he wasn't giving people food and water, good God, that would bring the anger out of me. You know, it's one of those times where you'd be like, I don't care how old you are, you're going to timeout. Go in your room. No iPad. Good Lord. Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, you go in your room. No YouTube videos for a month. That will teach him. You know, where's his mom in all this? I hold her accountable too, because she's the CEO, CFO, CSO, LBCDEFG. She's one of them fucking alphabet abbreviations of her son's company, you know? And you would think she'd at least have some respect. None of them. None of them. They all condone it. They all allow it because they think it is the fountain of money. They think the faucet of money will get turned off if anybody says anything to Jimmy Donaldson. Well, he's in for put a toothpick in it, because that dude's in for a rude awakening once he starts to find out, like, you can't just act wild and think everybody's going to take it. Somebody's going to speak up, and once one person does, game over. Everybody's going to go, oh shit, I wasn't brave enough. I tell my kids this all the time. If something's really messed up going on around you, speak up, because you'd be shocked at how many people around you are just too scared. They're not. It takes a lot of courage to go, this isn't right. Remember that. That's the life lesson for today, okay? If you're in a situation and something in your gut tells you like this ain't right, say something. Worst case scenario, reality will check you. If your gut's off, which it normally isn't, but reality will tell you like, no. People will be like, no, I'm sorry. More times than not, trust your gut and speak up. It's very important life lesson, especially for you young heads out there, okay? I can't urge that enough. If something feels off, you say something, talk to somebody, do something about it. And I'm really, really stoked that these people, these 5 contestants hoping to make a class action lawsuit, spoke out, because when he's making $100 million or has $100 million to make a show and he's not providing food and water, that is in the legal document. They were not provided adequate food and water. That is disgusting. He should be ashamed of himself as a human. I don't know how he's still on YouTube. I don't know how YouTube can allow this stuff. But it happens, you know, money speaks louder than food and water. All right, guys, so that's just the update with everything. Diddy denied bail. MrBeast, big lawsuit. Links down below for all of it. And I will be live again tomorrow. So this is just a brief summary of what happened yesterday and a follow-up. This is the biggest news. There's other news. Oh, that's the other thing I included, I believe, down below. In the UK, unionized junior doctors, which I think are like residents in the US, were about to go on strike. They were looking for a 35% raise, and they just nailed a 22% raise. So if that doesn't teach you, you should be in a union, you should unionize your work, you should organize your work, that you're stronger together. I don't know what will. 22% raise. Imagine if you just got a 22% raise. Junior doctors in the UK just got that. Link down below. Till tomorrow's newsman Terry. Put a toothpick in it. G-Ma. Love seeing you. Thank you for showing up. And if you're new, please hit subscribe. Love adding people to the family. Love having the commentary down below. Always enjoy and appreciate conversation. It helps further humanity. Really, that separates us from the animals. We can talk. It's an important thing. Conversation, dialogue, discussion. So I appreciate you guys. Styling, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I missed the Cape. Do me a favor, Styling. Take a moment today to stop by a beach, even if it's just in your car, and just look out and enjoy the scenery. Not everybody gets to live on the Cape. It's a beautiful thing. You can be grateful. It's a blessing. I'm grateful all the time I get to live in New England. It's an amazing area. So thank you guys for joining. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Till tomorrow.